We are live. Okay, welcome to this webinar today. The mini import game changer webinar. I'm glad to have you today. I'm promising you one thing today, that I'm going to make this training the shortest ever. I've said it a lot of times and I never kept to that. But in this very webinar, I'm going to make sure I make it the shortest ever. As a matter of fact, I want it to be short. I just want to go straight to the point and teach you this thing you need, this game changer, these mistakes. Everybody, 99.9999% of mini importers have been making that have been costing them money. I'll be, splitting it in bits, showing you why you make the mistake, why everybody that does mini importation business make the mistake, why me I've been making the mistake, and how it's been able to save me as much as 450,000 naira in a single, order, in a single transaction. That's the reason we're here today. Once again, you're welcome. And just a couple of things you should know. Okay. A lot of guys are right in the house already. They're right in the house already. Abu, Agatha, Baju, Bernard, Brown, you're welcome, wherever you're watching from. Just on the comment box, just put your name there. My name is James, I'm watching from Surulere, Lagos, or my name is Joseph, I'm watching from Kaduna. Just put it there, let's know the part of the world you're watching from. All right, you're welcome to this training, and I hope to make it a very awesome one for you. All right, okay, a couple of things again we should know. At every point in time, if you lose access to the webinar window, I advise you to refresh your window and make sure your connection is right on point. All right, and now is not the best time to stream videos, to do whatever, every other thing. Shut out every other thing and make sure your internet connection powers only the webinar, so as to have a smooth one. Once again, you're welcome to the webinar, as I hope to make it a very awesome one for you. All right, what else? Let's go right in. Let's jump right in. Get to our slide, jump right in, and make it a business of the day. I promise you it's going to be a very short one. I just want to teach you this in the space of 20, 30, 40 minutes. All right. And if you have any question, there's a comment box. There's a box below the webinar window if you're watching from a mobile, or by the right-hand side of your screen. All right. If you're on a PC, there is a chat box there. Put in your questions there, and I'll do well to answer all of them. And permit me to say that if I don't have the chance of taking your questions right on this webinar, don't worry. I will be replying to them via email. I'll be answering them via email immediately at the end of the training. All right. So just hang on, listen, pay attention, take notes, and ask questions. If I'm not able to take your question live on the webinar, I'll be taking them towards at the end. I'll send you an email. I'll reply you an email. I promise. Okay. With that said, let's jump right into the webinar. Let's get right into our slide and get right into the business of the day. Wow. Sorry. Okay. Once again, you're welcome to the mini import business game changer webinar. I call it a game changer because it can change a whole lot of things for you. It can change a whole lot of things about mini importation business for you. It can help you save as much money as you want to spend. As much money as you want to save. It helped me save tons and tons of money. And even people that have shared these secrets with, these mistakes they make, they realize their mistake and they start using it to their favor, and they're saving money. That's actually my goal for you today. And what exactly is this webinar about? It's about how a tiny little tweak exposed two deadly mistakes every mini importer makes and helped me save 450,000 naira just last week. How is this possible? What are these mistakes? These are the questions probably going on in your head right now. And they are the questions plus more things I hope to talk about today, teach you, show you how you can use these mistakes to your advantage. All right. My goal in this webinar is nothing and to show you how to avoid these two mistakes, pinpoint these mistakes, show you how to avoid them so that you can use them to your advantage. That's my goal. So that at the end of the day, you say, oh, I'm glad I attended that webinar. I'm glad this webinar is actually making changes, affecting my life positively. That is my goal. And then if I'm saying to you, if you stay to the end of this webinar today, if you stay until the end of this webinar today, I'm going to wow you, right? I'm going to wow you in a big way. I'm going to be showing you something you may not have heard before, right? I'm going to be I'm talking to you about a website they call 1688.com. You probably may have heard about it, but I believe me, you don't know how to surf around this website to your advantage. We're talking about mistakes. You'll get to know what this website has to do with the mistakes I'm talking about. So you stay to the end of this training. Towards the end of this training, I'm going to be showing you what to do with 1688 that will, if not 10x your profits. Don't take me for granted. Take up my challenge and let's see how that goes. What makes this very webinar different? What makes it different is because every other webinar tends to teach you how to do this, how to do this, how to get this, how to import, how to how to ship your items cheaply and stuff. But none, I've not seen any that pinpoints mistakes you make, mistakes that make you spend money. All right. So this webinar is different because it's going to be helping you save 40% of the money you use in buying stuff, right? You buy item for $100, it's cheap, you make money, you make profits. What if I show you how to get that same item cheaper, 40% cheaper? That is what makes this training today a very unique one. As you already know, there's me, Pat Ogidi, the Grand Commander of Mini Importation Business in Africa. I'm not going to take all the time about myself, but I'm just going to, go through them. It's just traditional, and I should do that. The Grand Commander of Mini Importation Business in Nigeria. Right, that's what people call me. I didn't give myself that name, so you can see on the screen. And Internet Marketer of the Year 2014. That was an award given to me by American Internet Business School in conjunction with .com Awards in 2014. The best internet marketer of the year. The news was everywhere. Silverbird, TVC, channels, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere was awash with the news then. All right. And I've coached over 50,000 students in and outside the country, online, physical trainings and all. I've coached quite a bunch of them, right? More than 50,000, but I'm just trying to be modest with that figure. As you can see on the screen, that's what one of my physical trainings in recent times. Okay, we've imported over 50 million naira worth of goods and has done over 150 million naira in profits since I started this business, right? And on a good day, this is what the section of my office looks like when goods are around, when goods come in. This is what they look like, right? And I'm a happily married man. There's my daughter there, Jadelle, and that's my wife, Jenny. And yeah, with another one on the way. All right. Okay, that's about me. And then some other thing you want to know is that I've done a lot of things right, yes, and I've done a lot of things wrong, just like every other human being. I've done a lot of things right, and I've done a bunch whole wrong. And after a long year in this business, in this game, in this mini importation thing, I've come to realize that 99% of the people doing mini importation business makes two deadly mistakes. What are these mistakes? Probably why we're here. We're going to be learning that today. All right. And I've come to understand how anybody can quadruple their profit margin by blocking all the money and time wasting loopholes. Save big, yet get same products of even better quality at a cheaper rate. How cool is that? Believe me, that's cool. And if you think that's cool, let me hear at the chat box there. Yeah, just say cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I want to get some cool. Yeah. Okay, the first one there. All right. After going through the ups and downs in this business, I also come to discover a tiny but hugely overlooked twist that can triple your income overnight, right? It's actually a twist. You learn it, follow it step by step the way you should, and then you can triple your income almost overnight. Don't take my word for it. Then I discovered all these the hard way. Don't think that they just come all rosy. They didn't come all rosy. They came the hard way, actually. Trial and failure, spending money, wasting money here and there. But then at the end of the day, we're learning lessons. And that's what is more important. All right. But today, you're going to be banking and riding on that, my mistakes and what I've learned. Go straight to the cheat and go the easy way. You get to cheat and then go the easy way, right? How awesome is that? Okay, the hard way means hard way means paid more for products I can easily get for 40% cheaper, which sucks a whole lot. All right. And then the funny thing was I thought I was doing very well because fine, I was making money. All right. But then there was still lots of money being left on the table. Something no good businessman want to do. All right. I thought I was making enough profits until it dawned on me. So who amongst you want the easy way that enables you to get the same product cheaper, save more money, and does not require you to lose money at all and time, right? You get the same products cheaper, save more money, and maybe use the money for something else. Imagine my 450,000 naira, what it can do for me. At least that can, that can take care of my daughter's school fees and her feeding and everything for a whole term. So you can save more money, get more products even cheaper, and use that money for some other thing. And then, because I know you are here, I beg of you to take away every form of distractions. Turn off your cell phone, shut down social media, turn off TV, grab your pen and paper, and then write. Give us 100% attention. Like I promise, it's going to be a short one. So give us 100% attention. Write, jot down points. And if you have questions, type them in the comment box. I will answer them. And if I can't answer them in this training, I will answer them later on to you via email, personally. All right? In the past 2 weeks, I've imported products worth over 3.5 million naira. Like in the recent times, I've imported products worth over 3.5 million naira. And that's not actually to brag. But the point I'm trying to make here is that I think you want to guess here. I thought I was doing very well. I thought we were doing real good. Of course we were, because if you buy a product for 100 naira and then you sell it for 600 naira, let's say you're making a profit of 500 naira. By every standard, by the world standard, you are doing pretty well, like 1,000% above what is obtainable out there. I thought I was doing real good, right? Little did I know I could have saved up to 450K from this, buying the same type of products, while getting the same quality of products, the same everything, just that I would have been able to save some money that I have wasted. All right. No thanks to these two deadly mistakes 99.9999999% of mini importers make. Believe me, you are guilty. You make this mistake. And I can bet you still make them. And if you imported yesterday, all right, you made this mistake. I can bet that. I can bet anything. You made that mistake. You want to doubt me? Then pay attention and see exactly what that mistake is all about and how you can turn that around to your advantage. I see guilty people. A lot of you are shivering. Yeah, I make. I'm sure. If the commander general of mini importation business in Africa can make this mistake, so who am I? It's allowed. I understand. I was guilty of the mistake. It's not like I'm trying to taunt you or trying to like push you into your face or something. I was guilty of the mistakes until recently. For example, talking about the mistake now. For example, for over a year, I've been importing thousands of some particular type of products. All right, a lot of them hot in demand products. For over a year, and I've been importing thousands of some of these products. And then my last order was 200 pieces. I'm talking about one product now. I'm using this one product now to maybe explain what I mean by these mistakes and the form they took and how I got to realize myself and then started using them to my advantage. So my last order was 200 pieces of this product. All right, it's actually a health product, product. I think something therapy. Yeah, a therapy used for running diagnosis on the body on your own, not really going to hospital, and it shows on the screen and tell you exactly what's wrong with you, like your blood sugar level, whole lot of things and everything. So it's actually a very powerful product, and as you can see there, it sells on AliExpress.com for $8.25. $8.25. All right, the product costs, but then using my trick, using my the same method I've been teaching for over 6-7 years right now, I've been able to get it from that get the seller to give it to me at $4, which from every standard, from every look and every standing point is a very good bargain, right? So I paid $4, by 200. That's $800 for 200 pieces of that product. In Naira, that's 800 by 36. I got PayPal. I got the funds PayPal at 360 Naira, right? So 800 by 360. That's 288,000 Naira for those 200 products, right? I could sell this product and I could make $1.2 million. And then at the end of the day, I might make a profit of 500K. Yes, I'm making profit, right? I'm good. By every standard, I'm doing very, very well. But then we are also leaving a lot of money on the table. Now, how to block those, money that are on the table that are leaking away? The reason we are here, and I'm going to be showing you how you can do that right now. Okay, for 200 pieces of that product, I was paying 288,000 Naira. How cool! Very cool. Now, the product averages sales in Nigeria for 12,500 Naira. All right, this is the 4-in-1, and the 4-in-1 is better than the 2-in-1 or whichever. So this sells for 12,500 Naira, averaging on the market. It sells for 500 naira. As you can see, this person even said 20,000 naira for 20,500 naira cancel, but today if you get it, something like that, then here comes the eye opener, the whole game changer, right? Okay, from a site I mentioned earlier, 1688, I was able to get this product for 9.8, not dollars. Please watch very carefully. That is not dollar. 9.8 yuan. That's Chinese currency. All right, 9.8 yuan. As a matter of fact, if I'm getting above 500, from 500 upward, I should be getting that 9.5. That's 0.3 discount, 0.3 yuan discount and stuff, right? Now, how much is this yuan compared to dollar? Okay, remember here, we got it for they sell it for $8.25. I'm getting it for $4. I got it for $4. Using the system I've been teaching. All right. If you want to still learn about that system, you should just hang on. I'll just be able to give you 1 or 2 tips. Right. I'm getting it for $4. That's about 3.7 something discount, which is a very good one. Right. But here on this side, we're getting it for 9.8 yuan. Good. Now, 9.8 yuan. How much is it? Now, if you key that into Google, you understand that $1 is equivalent to 6.9 Chinese yuan, and then our 9.8 yuan is equivalent to $1.42. Can you beat that? Like the product I'm getting, and I think I was doing very, very well for $4. Now I'm getting for $1.42. So that amounts to a saving of 4 minus $1.42. That's $2.58. That means for every piece of the product I buy, I save $2.58. In naira, that's like 928.8 naira. For the 200 pieces, that means a savings of 185,760 naira. Guys, this is just for one of the products. All right, let's assume I only do 5 different products. Let's say 200 of these in this week in consideration. That like 185 times 185,760 by 5. That's over 928,800 naira. You know what? The truth is, I did more than this number of products. I told you I used the 450,000 naira to not to sound so ambiguous. So you say this guy is nuts. What the heck is this talking about? All right. I actually saved more than the figure you're seeing on the screen right now. Multiply that across the 200 pieces of the 5 different products I ordered in the last 2 weeks. Of course, I ordered more than 5 different products. That's 185,760 by 5. That is 928,800 naira. Can you beat that? Now, this is some people's yearly salary. I'm not trying to mock here, but we are letting it wash down the drain because of mistakes we make. Yet, what are these mistakes? All right. Are you starting to get the drift? I just want to understand that you're starting to get the drift. If you are, let me hear you drop something on the chat box so I know exactly that I'm talking to someone and I'm not just talking to an empty space. Are you starting to get the drift and where I'm going to? Yes, no. Let me have that on the chat box. Good. Wonderful. Right. Great. Okay. How many of you want same result? How many of you want to learn what I did here? Believe me, this question is more like the answer is obvious because I shouldn't be asking this question. If you don't want it, you shouldn't be on this online presentation right now. So I'm assuming everybody wants to learn of it. But then I want to also make sure you want to learn of this and say, yes, I want to learn of this in the chat box. Let me know. Okay. I have to warn because everybody will be interested in learning this. I have to warn upfront. One problem I have with people is I tell them the truth when I'm not even supposed to do. Like when people tend to lie to them or cover up some truth, I tell them. So some persons don't understand it, but so the few that understand, believe that to be a high degree of integrity, and that builds a long-lasting relationship. So I'm going to be warning you upfront that results are not typical. Pat Ogidi, my students, or whoever you've seen, sharing big results from things they've learned from me, could get a particular result. Someone else from anywhere could get the same information and get better results. Some could get it and do nothing. So results are not typical. What I know is that I'm going to be walking you through the system I and my team are using to get this great result. The same system, right? To get this great result. And then understand that my results are not typical and the average person who attends any training gets 0 results. I don't want you to be that average person. It's left for you to answer. However, I'm happy to show you exactly what's working for me right now for free. As a matter of fact, this event is for free. I'm happy to show you what's exactly working for me right now for free. This is not for get rich quick people. If you've been my friend for some time, you know that I've written seriously against get rich quick schemes, Ponzi's. This is not a PH get GH magicians. Or I want to start with 50,000 naira this today and then profit 500,000 naira tomorrow evening. If this is you, if you have that mentality and you are there, please X the window and leave. So results are not typical. The two deadly mistakes, what are they? You want to know. Mistake 1, complacency. Complacency. Mistake 2, not giving attention to rates. What do I mean by this? I'm going to be explaining it briefly in the next 5 minutes, so I don't take much of the time. All right, mistake 1, complacency. And I had a screenshot there from an online definition of the word complacency. And it said, a feeling of smug or uncritical satisfaction with oneself or one's achievement. You've achieved something, all right? You think you're getting results, and you think that is the much you can do. If this is you, you are making a big mistake, and it's really eating deep into your profit margin. All right. I think my father will always tell me that it's good to, like, if you have a customer for a long time, sometimes just leave him or leave her, go check elsewhere and see, buy those things, bargain and see how much you get. And most times people relax because they think this customer is giving me everything I want. Then there's no point even pushing. Whereas you might be getting it better from someone else. So complacency is a very big one. And I'm going to be, explaining that further with my story. How did it happen? All right. I have this student that has been my student for over 4 years. He's doing pretty well. He's doing really, really good. Right. But he loves being on the low key. I actually wanted to mention his name even on the registration page to this event, but I sought for his attention. He said, no, he like being low key. And so let me leave it at that. I like respecting people's decision and privacy. All right. This guy, he bought into one of my programs recently, a high ticket program. And, some of the information I gave in the program, I revealed in the program, he started talking with some of the contact points there. As a matter of fact, the contact points are the people I use. I've been using them for like 3, 4, 5 years now, and they've not been found them wanting, right? Even though they've been wanting in the area here I'm talking about right now. Okay, he came back to me one day. He said, this person you gave to me hasn't been replying, and then because I needed this order very urgent. Okay, sorry, the person prepared a list for him and the list of items, as he sent him the items he wanted. He prepared a price list, and then he sent it back. And then to follow up communication so that he made payment and then get something sent and all, the lady wasn't responding. So what he now did was he complained and complained. He now complained to one other guy, another contact I gave him in China, about what he's passing through. He's just trying to share his story. They happen to come from the same tribe. So he was just trying to share his story with this guy. So the guy said, oh, we can also offer that service. All right. This other guy offers an entirely different service, right? When he explained the difficulty he was having, he said, oh, can I actually offer this service as well? So, oh, my guy was like, reluctantly, he sent the same list to the guy. So the guy made his research and came back with a price list. The price list was 3 times cheaper than what he has been getting from this other person, this other supplier. And we've been using this supplier. Don't get me wrong. The truth is, the rate to buy from the supplier will make big profits. We live good life, like we make big 6, 7 figure profits. But we're talking about being able to get even that same product, the same quality and everything cheaper. Who doesn't want that? If that's you, let me know at the chat box. Okay, now he came back with a price 3 times cheaper, 2-3 times cheaper, and then the guy was doubting it. He had to send me the price list. I said, well, but this is correct. This is correct. Yeah, you can get it. Just pay him. And he paid. He made the payment, and the products came, and they were exactly the same products he's been buying at a very cheap rate. So he came complaining to me. So he came sharing the testimony. Said, well, this is actually a very huge discovery. Myself, I've been making that mistake as well, because I've always been with somebody, and I think it's all about him. It's all about her. If not this person, then is nobody. Right? That's actually complacency. Is a mistake. Okay. Now what I now did was, In my next order, I prepared my list. I sent it to this same newfound love, and he prepared a list of prices. He sent it to me. I discovered that I was getting even 2 times cheaper than what the other person gives me, has been giving me. But then, once bitten, twice shy. I felt to myself, I said to myself, but there's also something that can be done. So I tried pushing this second person, to see if he can do something better, about the price. And no, this is the best he can get. I can check around. So what I did was I picked those links to give me myself. I started researching. I discovered that I can even get those products cheaper. So what I did was I got those products cheaper, got their link, send it to the person, and he ordered them for me and sent to me. How awesome. So it's actually some kind of I don't know how to put it, but it's actually some kind of lesson from one lesson to the other. And at the end of the day, I thought this is the new way, saving money. So I used this system and I was able to save more money for myself. Taking business off the other person. We're not enemies, we're still friends. But what I'm saying is, she's in business and I'm in business. If we find a way of getting the service and products cheaper from any angle, we will do just that. Who doesn't want to get it cheaper? I don't want to believe that's you. So 2 mistakes. Sorry, that mistake about complacency. It's not about just telling you about the mistake. What are the way out? 1, make sure you have more than one supplier at every point in time. Don't say this is the best person in China or in Asia or elsewhere that can get you this result. No, don't be complacent. Supply at the same time. And what I do is right now I have more than 4. I make a list of what I want to buy. I send it to 4 of them. I don't pay to send it, just email or via WhatsApp or whatever. And then 4 of them get back to me with their prices. When I look at their prices, I decide to go with the cheapest person. But even before I go with the cheapest person, I also do my own research. There are systems you can now use from that information they give you. You can use some parameters, go there, even get cheaper price in most cases. So don't rely on one supplier. Don't rely on one supplier, right? That's 1. Then 2 is be the boss. I see some persons when they are talking to their supplier or they're talking to a merchant, they sound like a desperate, hungry Ajegule dog. You don't be that at all. It sounds like a desperate, hungry Ajegule dog. That is the wrong way to go. And when they notice that you are actually at their mercy, they use you. They deal with you mercilessly. So you are the boss. Give them orders. Give them command. The truth is, they're not the only one selling this item there. So you are doing them a favor buying from them. That is the point. So the 3rd one there is there's no best price. If you get any price, try to push. Go do the research yourself. Get even better price. Your supplier's job is send him a link and let him buy that, right? So if you're able to get him a cheaper price, good and sweet, better. Good. Then I love real life case studies. So I experimented this with my friend. I don't want to believe this is something that works just because maybe it's by accident. Say, let me experiment this with somebody I know and I've known for some time and see how it goes, right? So what I did was I saw this on his e-commerce site. This guy is a Nigerian. I don't want to mention his name here. I don't want to put him in the public domain. He's a very quiet guy as well. But he's a Yoruba guy. He's based in Ibadan. So I saw, I've given way too much about him already. So I saw this on his e-commerce. It has a flourishing e-commerce platform. So I saw this product is an OBDI scanner. It scans your car and then tell you what's wrong with the car. So you just go straight and fix it, right? I saw it on his site and I just chatted him up on Facebook. I said, man, I see you sell this product. How much do you get them? How much do you get this product from AliExpress, right? Or from China? This product sells between $12 to $8. That's what you find it on AliExpress, right? So I asked him. He told me he gets them for $4.1, right? And because he brands them, he doesn't like this name being there. He wants to sell something somehow unique. Because he brands them, the supplier had to give him a mandate that he must buy 1,000 pieces. As a matter of fact, the product actually costs about $3.5 or thereabout. That's if you don't want the branded one. But if you want the branded one, you pay for $4.1 and you must buy up to 1,000 pieces. Is that a wickedness? Up to 1,000 pieces. He said, well, he buys for $4.1 and then 1,000 pieces if you want them to be branded. As a matter of fact, he likes branding them so that when you search on Google, you don't get to find these around. All right. Okay, that's actually some marketing techniques there. That means that each time my guy wants to order, he must solidly cough out $4.1 times 1,000 pieces. That's 4,100 naira, 4,000 $4,100. In Naira, that is some fucking 1.476 million. That's like buying just one product with 1.476 million. What if you don't have such money and you want to brand it, you want to look different? Does it mean you now have to forget about making money from this when you know, for example, this product is very hot in the market? It's callous, that's wickedness. So I chatted my guy up, he gave me a rundown of this. I shook my head, right? So what I did was I switched on my magic mistake corrector sense, and within a space of 3-4 minutes, I was able to get the same product, because he buys for him, if not for the 1,000 naira, a must buy, 100 or 200 or thereabout. All right. So I got the product for 20 yuan. For 100 pieces, if I buy 100 pieces to 299 for 20 yuan, right? For 20 yuan. Okay, and that 20 yuan is equivalent to $2.86. Isn't that funny? That's 20 times 6.9 will give you $2.86. And I handed over that the link of that product to my supplier. One of them, I said, chat with this guy, ask him what it takes to get them branded. Ask him what it takes. Ask him what it takes to get them branded. So he chatted. After a few minutes, he got back to me that the branding is just like a sticker, and they can make 1,000 pieces of that sticker for you for just $87, right? $87. They make just the sticker, not the product now. $87. So even if you want to buy one piece, you can buy. Even if you want to buy 2 pieces, you can buy. But they don't, as in you just buy your 1,000 sticker, keep it at home, and then you buy, in bits, any amount you want to buy, and then put the sticker yourself, and that's it. So you can order even 1 piece using my strategy, never at the mercy of the wicked sellers, and you are the king here. Remember, he was getting it for $4.1, the branded one, and believe me, I'm getting it for less than $3 even with the sticker. What is the assuming I want to buy the same 1,000 pieces my friend buys and brand it like he does, it will be 1,000 times 2.86. That is $286,000 plus the $87 for branding. That's $2,947. All right. Now let us look at how much I'm saving here. He's getting his 1,000 branded pieces for $4,100, right? And I'm getting my 1,000 branded pieces for $2,947. That is a difference of $1,153. In Naira, that is like 415,080 Naira savings from the same product, from the same effort, from the same everything. Isn't this awesome? If you think it's not awesome, let me know. I believe me, it's awesome, and I can get a lot of that in the house right now. How awesome is this getting along? I believe this is sweet. If it's not, let me know. Put down your question there, right? Believe me, and remember, I can order just 100. What I need is to pay $87. They do my 1,000 banner stickers for me, and then I can order 100, and then I can order 200. I can even order 50 or 30, depending on how much I have. But the other guys, they're conditioned to continue ordering 1,000. They want to condition you and make you feel like a slave. No, you're not a slave. You should be the boss. Okay, and this is our chat on Facebook. I had to blank his face out as well. I gave him the link. I said, oh, it is $9.8 here. AliExpress say it's $75. Okay, $9.8 for how many pieces? But 7.2 here. If you're getting above 50, we're still talking about my CC88 site. Say, wow, is it direct site or very supply? I said, well, just give your supplier the link. We're just chatting. How do I start buying from here? Okay. I said, okay. He said, okay, sir. Then I said, $6.4 here. I was still coming down, right? And I said, I want clothes. I said, okay, I said, I want clothes. I said, thanks, boss. That will save me over $3,000. That's if he's getting it for $6.4. He will save $3,000. Now imagine when he's now getting it for that my $1.4 or thereabouts. Well, he said he was going to come and pay his that later. So that is actually my chat with the guy. Is this getting clearer? If it's not getting clearer, let me know. Okay, mistake number 2. If it's not getting clear, let me know in the chat box. But then I don't want to stretch this long, so let me just get to the mistake number 2. Mistake number 2 is not giving attention to rates. Some people think central bank and MFLA and whoever are enough to hold them spellbound. Oh, I can only spend this. I can't. This thing, logistic company is charging me this. Oh my God, what do I do and all that? Some people think that they are messy. No, you're not that they're messy. If you had a brain on your head and you can think fast, you can actually do something crazy. My story is such that I had a shipment that weighed 140 kg, right? If I was to pay using Express, I would pay 140 kg by $7 per kg, which is what the logistic company charges, about $980. And then these logistic companies, most of them will force you to dance to their tune. They will give you, because they will say, bring dollar to us. We don't collect naira for that. Bring dollar to us, or you pay at our rates in naira. And if you ask for their rate, they'll tell you $403, right? And maybe dollar, you can get it for $320, $360, $380, and they're telling you $403 because they know that it will be cheaper you getting sending it to them, or as in it to be more expensive getting it from a BDC. So you might even decide to just settle with them, but that is not so. All right, I was supposed to pay, going by the freight company, dollar rate of 403 naira. I should pay 980 by 403. I'm supposed to pay them 394,940 naira. So what I did instead, I paid their kg charges via PayPal. Like I forced them in PayPal for these kg charges that is in dollar. And because I can get PayPal even cheaper, most of these guys scattered everywhere, those freelancing guys, can sell PayPal to you at $360, $340. Why the logistic company are asking you to come and pay them $403, or go to BDC and buy it for $390 or $400 and bring the raw dollars to them? They want to condition you to spend more money to make them richer. But no, you have a brain on your head, so you should think faster than they do. So what I did was I paid them at the rate of $360 via PayPal. But it took me, some sweat to convince them. And from that thenceforth, I began to pay them these dollar charges, these kg charges in dollars. How awesome is that? So that is 360 by 980, 352,000 instead of the 394,000. Thereby saving 42,140 naira. Now this might look very small, but it's not, because imagine I have 200, 300, 400 kg. This is like I'll be saving and saving and saving, and it can go into something very, 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 very better for me. That'll help my life than making somebody that is already rich richer. All right. How about some case studies? I know a lot of people want case studies and they know me as the guy that talks much about case studies. How about some case studies? These faces are not old, right? They are sorry, they're not new, right? They are old faces that I've used in my case studies before. But I'm gonna be shocking you. I'm gonna be shocking you briefly right now. I'm not gonna be using them this time as the case study per se, right? Just a few follow-up info about them. Then I share a couple of mind-blowing case studies from other guys. Okay, these guys continue to be on fire, so I need to share you some follow-up information about them. If you have my training the last time, you understand I said some whole lot of cool stuff about them, but now they are upping their games, doing better, breaking more grounds and making things sweeter, right? I'll be talking them first. Let me first tell you about two folks already using, just two out of the many folks already using these new secrets to save 40% of the monies they waste on suppliers. Case study 1, Mr. Eugene. Mr. Fine Man. All right, this guy deals majorly on women's fashion products. That's what he orders from China and sells in this country, right? The same night I gave him the secret, he saved 114K off his order. This is just from correcting mistake number 1. I've not even asked him what he has done correcting mistake number 2. More so, he's among my 3 pioneer students who are testing out a mini import strategy that is never seen before. That is never seen before, right? A mini import strategy that is never seen before. I call it the recession escape strategy. Recession escape strategy, right? And it involves sitting down in your room, in your village, wherever you have access to the internet in Nigeria, and comfortably selling to those in other African, I call them econ virgin countries, without going there or talking to anybody on phone. Like you sit down in Nigeria here, like we're doing, just like you're doing your normal money importation business, you're doing in Nigeria, right? Making money. But what about sitting here and projecting the same business far to other top African countries? and then getting paid every Friday from these countries without going there, without even talking to any of them on phone. How cool is that? This guy has been breaking grounds and has been doing me proud. My 3 pioneer students for this project, Recession Escape. I'll be talking more about this Recession Escape strategies shortly. All right. Then case study number 2 is Mr. Olaidola. Okay, Mr. Olaidola, you know him already. He's an e-com heavyweight, e-com giant. He has a very flourishing, powerful e-commerce platform that's doing very, very well. 7 figures on almost autopilot, right? Let's not go there. But let me tell you that I have helped saved over ₦1 million for him in the last couple of days, thanks to the same secrets I've just given here. Okay? Now, you've been armed with the best 2 ways to save more on your mini import business, right? Now, imagine that from next week, you that's watching this online presentation right now, you not only know how to spot hot products within 60 seconds of setting your eyes on them, right? You know how to import these products and save 40% from the best price you can get. You've imported 5 to 10 different hot in-demand items. Imagine you importing 5 to 10 different hot in-demand items and ready for kill. Then imagine that you've been armed with the same guerrilla techniques of the 6 and 7 figure guys. Imagine you literally know how to milk this mini import oil well at will, cash on demand. Wouldn't that be awesome? If it's not awesome for you, if you are that, I don't want to use a cuss word here, but if it's not awesome for you, let me know. But if it's awesome, let me know at the chat box there. Just a couple of awesome will make my head swell and make me want to blow off this thing on my head. This next thing I'm going to be telling you that's going to really rock your mini import world. Let me get some awesome there. I'm getting them. Wonderful. Awesome. Okay. Additionally, I'm not done. You know how to use the enormous power of Facebook ads to drive 10 to 50 sales every day. Now, don't get me wrong. I was talking about the recession escape strategy, you know, that I'll be still dwelling on later on here. The reason you need to stay on here. All right. Imagine you have access to Facebook and you can use Facebook and target anybody in the world. Let your ad show to somebody in Burkina Faso. Your ad showing to somebody in South Africa, right here in Nigeria, paying with your Naira card. How limitless do you think your earning potential will look like, right? What about Instagram? Imagine you place your product in the faces of millions of Instagram freaky folks. Instagram is hot right now because they've allowed videos, people share videos and all. You can get in front of them, let your product get to them, and boom, you'll be getting all the sales. You've been handed over the most effective way. You are handed over the most effective way to deliver your products to customers without headaches. Imagine transforming into a mini import god or goddess, as the case may be, within its short days. How cool is that? How about that? Awesome, right? Okay, the past hour, you've been with me for the past 50 minutes or so. No, not even up to 50 minutes. I think 40 minutes or thereabout. You've agreed. You'd agreed it's been time well spent. If you think it's not time well spent, these 2 wonderful tips I've given you are not well spent, let me know. I might do you something crazy. You've learned some cool stuff, obviously. Yeah. Can't cover everything you need in an hour webinar. Of course, you know, even if you give me 2 hours, it's still not enough. A lot of people have challenges with their data and stuff. Now, let me ask you a simple